Hi guys, good day. How are you all doing? It's been a while. No, it hasn't been a while. Okay, happy weekend to all of you. My name is Gina Amy, and if today is your first time here, you are welcome. I'm excited to see you here. I hope you're all doing well. Okay, so today I am inviting somebody special. So you all should stick here with me. Don't go anywhere, okay? I need you all to stick here with me. My former lecturer from university, guys. I'm excited to have him. So excited to have him. He'll be joining us very soon. He is joining us in a bit. Okay, just give me a second. I'm sharing my videos to my personal pages. Hi, how are you? Hey, Juliet. He'll be here in a second. Okay, so it's early morning here, and but guys, how has your week been? How was your week? And what are you up to this weekend? Okay, so he is finally here. Ooh. Hey. Well, I'm really excited to have this man. Hi, Felicia. Guys, please, if you're here, send me hi. Okay, I need you to all send me hi. Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so guys, Gordon is here, and I will let him introduce himself. So this man right here is my former lecturer from the university, and he was a good lecturer. Yeah, he was a good one. Yeah. I think I did economics. Was it economics? I did economics with him. Yeah. And yeah, I think I did like 3 or 2 courses with him. Way back.
Three courses.
Way back. Way back in 2009, 2010, right? Okay, enough of that. Okay, so I'm not sure how to address you. Is it okay to say?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Yeah,
Okay.
I can hear you. Is it okay to say sir, or how do you want me to address you? Because I know that always once a teacher, always a teacher.
Address me, Gordon.
Okay, Gordon. Okay, so guys, meet Gordon. He is my lecturer from university way back in Ghana. Okay, so I know him personally, but I believe you all like to know a little bit about him. And so please, Gordon, can you introduce yourself? Can you tell us your name, where you're from, and where you lectured where you taught, all the schools that you taught, yeah.
Right. Okay. My name is Gordon Newlove Asamoah. I'm from Ghana,
Okay.
and I basically lived most of my life in Kumasi in the Ashanti region.
Yeah.
And yeah, I after my university and after my master's, I lectured in some universities in Ghana. University College of Management Studies is one
Yay.
of
That's
them.
my school, guys.
Where yeah, I mean, I actually lectured there for a very long time from 2009 to 2019 recently.
Ooh.
So like 10
Oh, so
years, yeah.
2019. Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know
till
that.
I came to Italy, I was always at ECOMS,
Oh,
yes.
okay. Good to know.
Yeah, and then I also lectured at the Nasford University College in East Legon in Accra as well.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Now I'm back to school.
Okay, yes. Okay, so yeah, are you excited to be here? Because like, when I texted you that, sir, can you please come on my show? And the response you gave me, I was like, ooh, I won a trophy. I was so excited. Yeah, and I really do appreciate you so much. Yeah. And I'm excited to have you here. Okay, so
Yeah, I'm excited to be here as well because I follow you and I'm happy you are doing well. And I said, okay, if there's anything that I could do to help, why not? Yeah, if
oh,
your student is doing something,
I
we always want to see our students doing
mm,
well. So if your former student is doing something and you can do something to help, why not? Yes.
oh,
So I'm excited to also accept your invitation as
that's
well.
so sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really do appreciate it. Hi, Efia Yeboah. Hi, K-Tree. Yes. Okay, so before you became a lecturer, where did you school?
Okay. I school in Ghana. I did my, we are old school. So
Yeah.
I went through the old system,
Okay.
had my secondary school in Kumasi,
Okay. What school was
my
that? I
system
think
as
people
well.
would love to know.
Uh, yeah, I went to Chunibu Akodia Secondary School
Ooh.
in Kumasi,
Mm,
yeah, where I did my O and A
okay.
levels. Then I went to the University of Cape
Mm.
Coast. Yeah, in Cape Coast, where I did Bachelor of Education in Social Science. So when I did a Bachelor of Education, I combined economics and business management with economics major and business management as minor. So basically, my field has been economics since.
Mm.
And then after that, after my national service, I had to go to the UK to do my master's
Oh, wow.
in public policy.
Oh, then you have more
Yeah, in
experience to
public policy
share. I
economics.
didn't know that you schooled in the UK.
Yeah. Yeah, I did my master's in the UK in public policy
Okay.
economics. And after that, I even stayed there for about 5 years.
Oh,
I initially, yeah, I was at the University of Hull. And then after that, I also had admission to do my PhD. So I could have done the PhD that I'm doing now. I could have done it way
in the
back,
yeah,
like maybe
it's
15
a
years
goal.
ago.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, something unfortunate happened. I had admission at the London Metropolitan University, and I started a program with a supervisor. And the understanding was that they were going to maintain me as a teaching assistant
Okay.
so that I'll get stipends to pay my fees and all that because I didn't get full scholarship, so I needed to do something to be able to pay the tuition fee.
Yeah.
But then he told me that that year they could not have enough scholarship, and therefore I couldn't pursue the program then. And then the following year, the same thing happened. So they had a difficulty in terms of having funding. So I said, okay, then let me go to Ghana for some time if I get another opportunity.
But
So because I couldn't get a
before
scholarship,
you continue, I mean, back then in the UK, didn't you have any opportunity? Was there not an avenue where you can generate some sort of income to help your tuition, to help pay your tuition?
I was actually tired, to be honest with you, with the UK because for my master's, I didn't get scholarship either, so I had to work and pay 18,000
Oh goodness.
pounds.
Those times.
And
Wow.
yeah, eighteen
That's a
thousand
lot.
pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2002. So between 2002 to
Yeah.
2004, so I had to work to pay.
Oh.
And then when I had a PhD admission, it was supposed to be 4 years. And every year I was supposed to pay 18,000 pounds
Ooh.
for four
Oh
years.
goodness.
So
Yeah.
each year 18,000 pounds. So unless you have something tangible doing that will generate enough
Yeah.
money, you can't be doing these jobs that, and as a student,
Menial.
you were
Yeah.
also, yeah, allowed to do only 20
Hours.
hours. And if the job is not good enough to pay you enough money, then you end up not being able to do it. So all considered, I thought it was
Oh,
good to go to
Ghana.
Ghana and
Okay.
look for something to do, and then keep applying till I get scholarship. So I kept getting admissions from different universities, but not scholarship.
Oh, okay.
So that is why I decided that, okay, I'll wait for a while till I get a right opportunity.
Okay.
Then I can take the opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you came to Ghana because of that. So what year was that?
Well, I came to Ghana in 2017. So I left Ghana
Okay.
2002. No, 2002. Finished my program 2004, and then I came back to Ghana in 2007.
Oh, okay. And that is where you started
Yeah.
lecturing.
Yes,
Oh,
that's where I started.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So back then, before you went to the UK, I know it was a scholarship. Did you apply for lots of schools, and then was the scholarship from just one school, or you got several other scholarships and then you decided to go to the UK?
UK wasn't on scholarship.
Yeah,
It was
it was
fee
fee
paying.
paying, yeah.
Yeah. So um, I applied to 3 universities.
You did the application by yourself?
Personally, yeah, I did application by myself. Whilst I was in the university, my final
Mm.
year, so all my results were not even ready. My final semester results
Oh.
wasn't
Mm-hmm.
ready. So I had applied to 3 universities in the UK, and all of them gave me admission. I had admission from University of Reading, I had admission at University of Hull, and then University of East London as
Mm.
well.
Okay.
But when I look at the programs, I was more interested in the public policy aspect.
Okay.
So that is why I chose Hull. But they were all in the UK. And before then, I wasn't someone who was so much enthused about traveling outside
Mm-hmm.
Ghana. I didn't have any inclination of traveling out. But when it occurred to me that, hey, I'm about to complete my university education and I wanted to do a master's, there was no way I was going to do the master's in Ghana. So I wanted outside. So I applied to those universities and all of them accepted me.
Mm.
So then it was a matter of me making a choice. Which one do I
Yeah.
prefer among the
Mm.
3 UK universities? And initially, my decision was based on whichever gives me scholarship is the one I would choose.
Mm.
But then all of the 3, none of them gave me scholarship.
Oh.
So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
tough.
it was yeah, it was very
Yeah,
tough. But when you are determined to do something, you can
you can
always
all.
find a
That's
way out.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a simple principle that says when there's a will, there's always a way.
Wow. I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
personally, I didn't come to school with a scholarship. Yeah,
Yeah.
I came as an international student. I worked hard. I supported myself, and my family supported me too. So, yeah, when there's a
Yeah.
way, there's what? Come again. Can you say that again?
There's a way.
Yeah,
When there's a will,
there's a,
there's always
oh,
a
when
way.
there's a will, there's always a way. I like that.
There's a way. Yeah.
Okay,
If you don't have the will, you'll be giving
excuses.
excuses.
Yeah,
But when you have the will to do something,
you always,
it doesn't matter how difficult the situation is, you got to find a way
yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I love that.
Mm.
Okay, so back to your current program. And so you have lectured in Ghana all these years. Why did you then decide to,
Yes.
I know you previously you had wanted to do your PhD, but you had to come to Ghana and all of that. So now that you came to Ghana, why Rome? Why did you choose to do the PhD in Rome?
Right. Ambitions, they say, never dies. Ambitions never dies. Okay. And they can only be delayed, but if you pursue it, perseverance. So it got to a point I decided that, well, I will work, because there was no way I was going to pay like £54,000 in the UK to do PhD. If I have that kind of money in Ghana, I'll be a very rich
You'll be a
person.
millionaire.
I'll be able to do a lot of business with it.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. So along the way, myself and a friend, we opened up a policy think tank, right, called Center for Economic and Business Research. It's a consulting firm where we do research for and policy analysis, government. We analyze government policies, and sometimes, if you Google, we bring out some statements advising the government on what to do, and so on and so forth. So I thought, well, I want to remain in the economic field, in the consulting field, and therefore I need to upgrade myself. I need to get a PhD so that I would gain more knowledge. So I never stopped putting in applications. And this is one thing that I want to say to encourage people. If you do 10 applications and you get no answers, it's 10 ways of knowing how not to get the scholarship or not to be successful. Because I applied to several schools, and I can say that most of the schools that I applied to, I get admission, but no scholarship. Now, it got to a point I said, okay. And sometimes we are focused on one thing. We don't look at other opportunities.
Yeah.
My focus was on US and then UK. I had admissions in the US. I had admission in the UK. I had admission in the US. For instance, I had admission I really went to George Washington University. I was in Washington. I went to the registrar's office. We spoke, and they were nice to me, and they gave me instant admission, right? Yeah, they gave me instant admission at George Washington University, and they really convinced me that, listen, we share war with White House, so there are more opportunities, blah, blah, blah. But then I had to pay $36,000 as tuition fee. Where am I going to get that kind of money from? Then I had another admission at North Carolina University as well, and all of them no scholarship. So one day I was just, okay, why do you focus so much on UK and
the
US when there are other countries that are equally good? So I started looking at other countries where I can have other opportunities. So I applied to my current university, the Sapienza University of Rome. It's the biggest in Europe, has a population, biggest in Europe.
I didn't know that.
Very big university. Currently has over 130,000 student population. Yeah. So I applied to this university. Then I applied to another university in China as well. So, and sometimes I said, God really wanted me to be in Rome, because I had even forgotten that I had done application here, because like I said, I keep applying, I keep getting negative results, but I never did. So when it came, I wasn't even aware that I had applied to this university. So yeah.
You forgot about that.
I was there.
All the universities.
Yeah, I had forgotten. Yeah, because I had done so many applications. I had applied to China, and then I had spoken to the prospective supervisor in China. And he said, oh, I read about your profile and I really want to work with you. So I've given you a recommendation. So they have approved the scholarship at the department level. It's left with the government level in China. So they asked me to send a document. Apparently, when I sent the document, it turned out that they said they could not see something, so therefore they declined the scholarship.
Oh, how?
I was like, how can you not see something and you cannot revert to me that,
At
hey,
least they
the
should let
document
you
is
know.
saying you
Yeah,
couldn't see something,
yeah.
so can you send a new
Mm-hmm.
one? So that was in November,
Mm-hmm.
November 2018. So then I told the supervisor, and he was so furious. So he went to the department and he said, okay, put in the same application again. And then I put in that application again, the same document, the same everything. And now this time they approve at the department level, they approve at the government level.
Oh,
So they awarded me the
in
scholarship in
China.
China. Now they said, okay, we are sending you the document for you to process and come to China. So we use a courier service. I said, okay. So I give them my contacts, everything. I was expecting to receive the particulars from them in 2 weeks. After 2 months,
That
I hadn't
long.
received it.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I had a friend in the same university. So I sent him to go to the supervisor's office. He went there, the supervisor was like, yeah, the courier company said they brought a document to Ghana, they couldn't find you, so they brought it back to China.
Oh, how is that? They didn't have your
So
your address on the.
they have my address, they have my phone number.
Oh, at least they should
They
have
never
called.
called. Exactly.
Ah.
So the whole thing went back to Ghana. So my friend now took the document and said, okay, I have a colleague coming to Ghana, so I'll let him bring it directly. Meanwhile, I went to a funeral in Eastern region, one of the regions in Ghana. And as we were at the funeral grounds, I had alert on my phone, email alert. So I just checked the email alert and said, congratulations, you've been awarded scholarship, Sapienza University of Rome.
Oh.
So I didn't
Pay attention to
I
it.
didn't take it serious
Oh,
because I didn't even remember that I had
applied.
got any application to
Mm.
Rome. So I ignored it. Then after about a week, I had another mail, my registration particulars and all that. I was like,
Is this serious?
okay, so
Is this real?
I quickly went to my computer. I always keep a copy of all the applications that I do. I quickly went to my computer, search and type in Sapienza University of Rome, and the application pop up. I said, really?
Ooh.
Yeah, I had done application to this university. So I quickly went back to the email, look at the information that they've sent to me, and I went to their website. And on the list of the award winners,
Yeah.
I was number one.
Ooh.
In my department, they took three. The university as a whole took like 30 students, but my department were three.
Okay.
And then there were 7 others on the waiting list, and I was the first on top. I said, wow.
Congratulations. You're like, whoa.
Yeah. So I said, oh, okay. Then let me look at the process and see. So when I look at the course and everything, it was really nice. And the award was everything. So I started a process for Rome, and then my friend also brought the admission particulars from China. So I had China, I had Italy, and I said, okay, looking at Europe and China, let me go
Europe,
to Europe.
okay.
And I'm very glad I did choose Europe.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's very good, it's very good. Yeah. So that's how come I got my scholarship eventually, and that's how come I chose to come to Rome.
Okay, great. So on the
Yeah.
scholarship, there's a question here from 1K Tree. He says, it reads, please tell us the way to get scholarships. So when you're applying for a scholarship, how do you go about it? Because I say
Okay.
this all the time that people keep texting me, inboxing me, Gina, I want a scholarship, but they do not do any research. Like, fine, I'm doing this, but I honestly do not have time to sit down and apply for school for anybody or do scholarship for anybody. There's a link that I have posted on my page. So guys, if you are interested, that link guides you step by step the process of applying for the scholarship. And there's a team here that are even willing to pay the application fee, 50% of the application fee for them. But nobody tries to go through the process. It's like they want to leave everything on you. Do it for me. But it's not done like that. So, Gordon, can you just quickly tell us the process, how you apply for the scholarship?
Right. There are some schools, each school with the way the requirement for scholarship. So you need to pay attention to the requirement very carefully. Because some people don't want to read, they just look at it, oh, that was a requirement. People even start the application process before they get to realize the requirement when they get stuck somewhere. So the first thing that you have to do is to go through the application process and note down everything that is required of you. Once you have that before you start the application process. Now, there are some schools that they consider you for scholarship as part of the application process. So you don't need to apply separately for the scholarship. Once you get admission, they consider whether they can give you or not. Now, and there are other things that you have to apply for the admission, and then you apply for the scholarship separately. So basically, what you have to pay attention to is what they call some people call it statement of purpose, others call it personal statement and all that. The personal statement is very key because they want to see how the scholarship will benefit you. So in the personal statement, they are looking for something like a story. What is your ambition? What are your career goals? What have you done about those career goals? Where are you coming from and where are you going? So they want to see a consistent story that, let's say, I want to be an economist. Have you followed courses that will lead you to economics or economists? What have you done practically that you can build upon? And why do we have to support you financially? So you let them know your circumstances, why you think you cannot support yourself financially, but the scholarship will help you to achieve the purpose or achieve your career goals and all that. So when they have gone through that story, then they can decide that, well, based on that, it's one criteria, and maybe in terms of the applicants we have, they are going to do ranking. So based on the ranking, if you rank higher, let's say if they have 5 scholarships and you are 10, then the first 5 who rank high will get a scholarship. Now, they will also take your personal statement into consideration. If maybe academically, someone is ahead of you academically, but if they look at the trajectory, where you are coming from and where you are going, and what you have done is supporting enough that if they give you the scholarship, they will not waste money, but you'll be able to fulfill the purpose for which you're applying for the scholarship. It also helps. So basically, you need to find out what really the course that you want to do is about and write a personal statement that can convince the examiners or the assessors, because it is them that matter. If they're able to say that, okay, we are okay with your personal statement, then you are likely to get a scholarship. And then in the application process, we should be meticulous that sometimes you leave certain things out and they think that this person does not even pay attention to detail. It's very important to pay attention to detail in your application, in everything that you do. And once they are convinced, you can get. But it is not, like I keep saying, it's not automatic that you apply, you get admission, and you get a scholarship. No. Instead, I applied to so many schools I got admission but no scholarship. But keep trying. Keep doing the right thing. Yes, keep trying, keep doing the right thing. Don't give up, and one will work out for you.
Great. So guys, keep trying, guys. Okay, so now since you got a scholarship, how was the visa process like? So when you want to school in Italy, how was the visa process like? Did you go for an interview?
Okay.
What document did you still have to show your bank statement?
Once I had a scholarship, I added my bank statement, but it wasn't a requirement. But then to be sure, to make double sure, I added my personal bank statement as well. It makes it easy that even if the scholarship is not enough,
You
at
can
least
still
you can
fund for
also
yourself.
support
Yeah.
yourself. So even if you have a scholarship, I would advise that if your parent or yourself can add your personal bank statement, it also guarantees that, well, even if the scholarship should stop tomorrow, you can still pursue the program. You not end it halfway.
Okay.
So it's very, very important. For me, the visa process was smooth, just that Italy, the visa process takes some time.
Okay.
Their processes are always long, but once I submitted my particulars, they didn't ask for anything again until the visa was ready, and then I was told I was ready. I should come for it. Then I went to the VFS for it.
So how long,
So it was
roughly,
smooth.
how long did that take?
It took 7 weeks.
Oh, okay. Not too
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Italy visa process takes long.
I mean, 7 weeks is good. It's still good because, like, now in Canada, it takes like 6 months, 4 to 6
When I
months.
applied for UK visa, it took me 4 days.
4 days. You don't say.
Yeah, and it was strange. You know,
Wow.
it was strange when I went. You know, I had never traveled out of Ghana. I've never gone to any embassy for visa. I had never even made any attempt. So when I went for the UK visa, that was 2002. It was World Cup year, Japan 2002. So I just submitted my things, and they have to call you for interview. Those time people go for interview and all that. So I was watching football. I love football. I'm a
Most men
football
do.
fan. Yeah, so I was watching football. I had even forgotten I had come for interview.
Yeah.
Apparently, they've called me like 3 times,
Oh,
and while I was so concentrated, I didn't hear. So I heard my name again through the speakers.
okay.
So I quickly went to the window, and the lady was like, "Have you paid for your visa fee?" I said, "Yes." "Where's the receipt?" So I gave her the receipt. She just took my particulars. Okay, it was a Thursday. He said, "Go, come back for your passport on Monday." And I was
Wow.
like, "No, I'm here for interview." He said, "Yes." I said, "I've come for a visa. I have to be interviewed." He said, "No, go, come back for your passport." I said, "No. Why, why won't you interview me?" I said, "What is your problem?"
What is
"Go."
your
I said, "Go,
problem?
come back." So I wasn't convinced. So I went out and I called a friend who knows about travel. Kumi, this guy just took my passport. They didn't even ask my name or anything, just asked my receipt. Just show the receipt, said I should go and come back on Monday. Kumi said, "Congratulations, they've given you the
Visa.
visa."
Just like
And I
that.
was like, is that not a good visa?
Oh, nice. Wow, UK.
Yeah.
That's nice. But I'm not very sure if, I mean, currently that is how it is. But because
No,
like
no, I think it doesn't work.
it doesn't work
It
like
doesn't
that
work that like
anymore,
that.
right? Yeah. Because like way
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
my visa process was like 3 weeks to 1 month, but now it takes 4 to 6 months. Yeah, I think it's
Right.
just because of
Yeah,
the
of course.
backlog and everything.
Post-COVID, post-COVID is very tight now.
Yeah.
Even Yeah, I wanted to go on holidays in the US, and the appointment date is somewhere September 2023.
Hey,
So I said, no,
no.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm not
All
going to
right.
wait.
So the visa process was pretty easy, very easy
Yeah,
for
it was,
you.
it was
Good to know.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so finally you are in Rome. I'm currently watching a movie, an Italian movie. No, I mean it's an American movie, but like they shot it in Italy, and it's very nice. I've never been to
Right.
Italy. I really want to visit there someday. Okay, so let's come to the university. So how is school? How is your PhD program going? How would you compare studying in Rome to studying in the UK?
Well, if you're outside, you think that the only good schools are the UK,
US
US,
and the Canadas.
other. Yeah. But when I came here, then I realized that yes, people are staying out because they don't know what they are losing on.
Um,
The studies here are very rigorous and very thorough. For instance, in the UK, PhD, you don't go for any classes. You only start with research, right? So, but in the Italian system, okay, for my department in economics, for the first year, you need to do a lot of coursework. You need to be grounded in theory because they say you're going to do empirical work. You should understand the theory well before you do the empirics. So you do the theory, you do the econometrics and all that. Even if you know it, you have to go through and revise and actually write exams on those courses as well. Yes. So after that, so the second and third years are all only for research. You are on your own to do your research. Then your supervisor will guide you. So for the first year, you do coursework. Yeah. I don't know of all the other departments, but for the economics department, we have to have coursework for 1 year. The university is very big and is scattered all over Rome because we have different campuses at different places because one place cannot contain 120, 130,000 students. And it has now it has a lot of international students. You know, Italians are particular about their language. So most of the undergraduate programs are taught in Italian. So unless you are able to speak the Italian language, it's difficult for you to get English programs in undergraduate. But for masters and PhD, a lot of programs are in English. So it's easy for foreigners. So now the country has been opened up, and there are schools, there are private schools which are very good universities that do only English courses as well. So the country is now open compared to maybe 15, 20 years ago. Now there are a lot of international students. And then it's also part of the, the EU system. They have the Erasmus system where they do exchange programs. So every year we have our students going to other universities across Europe and other students also come. So we have a big Erasmus population as well. So it's very interesting. It's very diverse.
Yeah, it is. So, wow, to get the opportunity to go to other, probably like in a semester, you can go, every semester you can go to a different state or a different city or a different country to try. Wow, that's nice. That's nice. Somebody was asking a question. Let's see. Okay, so Augustine says, is most of the scholarship tied up with age? I don't think so. Augustine.
No. Do you know Augustine?
Who is Augustine? I'm not sure.
He was also at UConn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know Augustine. He was at UConn.
Probably when I see his picture, yeah. So if you're a UConn student, just send hi.
Yeah.
Please, is there any scholarship opportunities for masters? Absolutely, right? I believe so.
Yes. There are more scholarships for masters. In one good thing I should say about Italy is that most of the courses have scholarship attached to them, even the masters. And even if you don't have scholarship and you come into the country, you can apply for what we call the regional scholarships. Okay, every year they open up for regional scholarships. So if you don't have, you can still apply. If you are doing undergraduate and you don't have scholarship for, let's say, first year, you can apply for second year, you can apply for third year, and applies to master programs as well. Scholarship has nothing to do with age. Look at my gray hair. Yeah,
guys, he's my lecturer from the university, so you can imagine.
Yeah. If you look at my gray hair and I say how scholarship, it tells you that
you can also
it has nothing to do.
With age.
So you can always apply for. And then one good thing, even if you don't have scholarship, Italy has one of the lowest tuition fees that I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
I've seen students who have got admission and they're supposed to pay like 500 euros the whole year. Some are paying like 300 euros for the whole year.
Really?
That's so good. I'm telling you, So even with that scholarship, you can still afford to have your education in Italy. All that you need is to prove to the embassy that, well, you can cater for yourself. Your economic situation is good enough that you are not coming to be a burden on the government. Once you're able to prove that, you can easily have opportunity. And normally they do pre-enrollment. So before you even come, you have been enrolled. They send you the letter, send a copy to the embassy. So it's up to you to convince the embassy that yes, you can cater for yourself once you come to the country. So because of that, people with that scholarship can still apply to Italian universities and they will get admission and they can take advantage of them. They have very good universities.
That's good. Okay, so you have said so many beautiful things about Italy. What are some of the challenges you're currently facing or you have faced ever since you went to Italy?
Okay, one thing I'll say about Rome, first and foremost, is we call it La Città Eterna.
La Città.
The Eternal.
Okay.
La Città Eterna, the Eternal City. Very beautiful.
Beautiful Rome.
If I have to choose any tourist destination,
right?
Yes.
My goodness.
If I have to choose three cities for tourist destination, I'll always choose Rome.
Oh wow! I can't wait to come there one day.
Very, very, very nice. It has one of the 7 wonders in the world that they call it the Colosseum.
Okay.
If you look at you call it DP or the cover picture
of
on my
Facebook page, yeah.
My Facebook page, yeah, you see that, and that is the Colosseum. Okay. It's one of the 7 wonders of the world. So the main challenge is the language. Is the language. Like I said earlier, Italians are particular about their language. So if you cannot speak the language, you go to any office and they're like, they don't speak. Sometimes they understand the English, but they will not speak. They'll tell you they don't speak English. You are in their country. You are in their country, so you have to speak their language. Okay, so you go to any office, you ask question, parla inglese, and they'll be like, no, non parlo inglese. You understand?
Yeah.
Do you speak English? Say, no, I don't speak English. So it's up to you to find a way of communicating. And because of that, getting job is also difficult when you cannot speak the language. Yeah. Getting job is difficult when you cannot speak the language. But then good thing is that if you are willing to learn, there are schools that can teach you the Italian. Some are even teaching for free. They can teach you for free. All you need to do is to attend the classes and then write the exams. And then normally you need to have a resident permit. So when you get a visa and you come to Italy, the first thing you have to do, as soon as you get here, the following day, you go to they call it the Agenzia dell'Entrante, the revenue office. And then you register and you get what we call the codice fiscale.
I like the way you're Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So you get a codice fiscale, which is a tax code, and then you go to the post office to pick. They call it permesso di soggiorno, like the resident permit. You need to apply for the resident permit. So even if you have a student visa, you need to apply for the resident permit. The student visa allows you to come in for study, but for you to stay in the country, you need a resident permit. So yes,
nice. To be able to work
every year. Yes, okay. Yes. If you're a student, every year you have to renew your resident permit.
Yeah, in Canada, when you get the study permit, is the same as a work permit. So once you have a study permit, you're allowed to work with that. Yeah, you just go for your SIN number and that's it.
You can work, but then you still need the sojourn. Because, for instance, my visa, for instance, was issued for 6 months. So if I don't have permit and my visa expires in 6 months, what do I do? Yeah. So when you get a permit, that allows you to travel across all the Schengen countries, or the European countries that are in the Schengen zone. So like about over 20 something countries, you can travel there once you have the
Okay.
permit. So
So
yeah.
when you got to,
So once
yeah, go on.
yeah. So once that is done, then you are good
Okay.
to go. Before you need a permiso di soggiorno because without that too, it's difficult for you to open even bank
Okay.
accounts because bank accounts are opened by residents. So if you have visa but you don't have resident permit, they will say that well you need to have the resident permit before you open
Okay.
account. So that was one of the challenges I had
Mm.
initially because when I came for from November that I started the program till January, I never received my
Mm.
scholarship because I didn't have bank account.
Oh,
I had to wait for my sojourner to come before I presented it to be able to open bank accounts. Now I can open 20 bank account if I want
okay.
because I have the resident permit.
Um,
But when I came, it was difficult.
okay.
Yes.
So did you know somebody in Italy? If not, how was the accommodation like? When you got there, how did you get accommodation?
Well, I didn't know anybody when I was
Okay.
coming. And the university sometimes provide accommodation, but for the PhD student, they don't provide accommodation for
Okay.
them. But they link you up with they have some private accommodation
Okay.
companies. So they linked me up with one of them. So I had booked a place with one of them before I got here. So um, once I got here, I just went to the accommodation office and then they took me to my apartment. Yes.
Okay. So that's nice. I mean, so the school is always willing to um link you up with somebody who can help you with accommodation.
Yes, yes. The school has apart from having office for international students, they have an office called Hello
Okay.
Office. In Italian, it's like
Oh,
ciao,
child. Yeah.
ciao. You know, it keeps
Yeah.
saying ciao. Ciao means
Yeah.
hello. They have the Hello Office, so it caters for those who cannot speak the Italian and foreign student as well. So if you have any difficulty, you go to the Hello Office or you write to them, and then they will direct you to the right path where you should go and what you can do. So you can write to them, they will give you some of the links to the accommodation companies, and then um, you would go there. Now, because of the problem some of us went through when we came, we have formed a union now. Now at the moment we have National Union of Ghanaian Students Italy,
Okay.
and at the moment I'm the president.
Oh, oh,
So
nice.
yeah,
Congratulations. So you're
yeah,
helping students who come in. Ghanaians.
yes. So
Oh,
what we are
that's
doing now,
great.
even in Ghana, those who are in Ghana now, sometimes they go to the embassy, and the embassy is like, we want to see a proof of
Hmm.
accommodation. So they contact the union, and then we look at the university we are going, the city we are
Hmm.
going to. We have students there, so quickly we organize something for
Oh,
you.
that's
So
so
we always
good.
try to make arrangements for all the students in Ghana. At the moment, they even created a platform on their platform. Someone was even sending me a message right
Mm.
now and so on. So because of that, we're also trying to help so that they will not come and be stranded the
Yeah,
way
yeah,
we were
yeah.
stranded. So these are some of the
Oh,
things
I'm
that we're
impressed.
doing
I'm
as
impressed
well.
about that. And that is what I'm also currently doing. So even though I am doing this show, what I'm also doing is that when people are coming to Canada specifically, I have friends in other provinces, Alberta,
Right.
yeah, and all Toronto and other provinces. So if there's a somebody, whoever is coming to Canada, I can link up with my friends. We look for accommodation. If you're coming to Vancouver, I'll come pick you up from the airport. So guys, if you want to
Yeah.
come, just text me and let me know. I'll help you out. And if you want to go to Italy, I believe Gordon is also there to help you.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Definitely.
so I mean, so you have lectured, you have lived in Ghana, you have schooled in Ghana, you have lectured in universities in Ghana, you have had experience in studying in the UK, and now you are in Italy. So what has been the most what would you say is the biggest difference between the university experience in, I mean, outside of Ghana and back home? I think you'll be the right
Well,
person to answer this question.
yeah, the difference between outside universities and back home is that the students back home are not serious. I must be honest. The students back home are not serious. I mean, yes, I have lectured and I have been with students, so I know. Sometimes people bring you scripts and you read, and I'm someone who doesn't like to face
Copy and
students.
paste.
For some reason, I believe that people should not be failed. That is my principle. And that so for me, before you fail my exam, it means you didn't even do anything. Because NASFOD, for instance, I taught for NASFOD for a few years, but my students are always saying, you are the best student, you are the best lecturer we've had. There was a class I was teaching portfolio management. And I make sure you go to the field. I send them, go to this asset management company like Data Bank, like SaaS asset management. You come back, write a report. So they do the practical thing. They write reports as, okay, for the exams, we are going to look at, let's say somebody is selling shares. You buy shares for this year. You give yourself 2 years. What will be the interest and all that? Is it worth buying and all? So I'll let you know what you're going to do for exams. So you write the report from your field trips, and that consists about 50% of the exams. So if you took it serious, there's no way you will fail. Yes. So the difference is that the students in Ghana are not that serious. Second, the facilities are not available. For instance, when I had a admission at London Metropolitan, before I even started the university, I had been given an office. Right? And here, I don't have a personal office, but we have the PhD office, student office, PhD student office, stocked with books, computers, that is solely for the PhD students. At the economics department, on the sixth floor, we have a room dedicated solely for PhD students, though the libraries are on every floor. There are rooms that are dedicated solely for PhD students as well. So you can see that the facilities are made available and not overcrowded as well. So if you want to study alone, you can have access to study. So that is the basic difference. People are doing computer science in Ghana and they don't even have computer lab to go to.
Sad.
So these are some of the differences. And if you want to do something, you don't have the in the economy, you call something the core prime factors. You need the other things to be able to be successful. So maybe student is willing to study, but there's no place for you to study. There are no books for you to read. There are no computers to use. Here, if I don't have laptop, I can go to the university. I still have a computer to use. So it made it easier. So these are some of the differences that you could see in foreign countries compared to Ghanaian universities.
Do you also think that the government is not doing well for the universities?
Generally, I believe that government is not doing well even with the foundation at the primary level. Because I have had a course to complain a lot on. Because of my think tank as well, I did a lot of TV work and radio work, and I still do. Some radio stations call me from here on Zoom and talk. Because when government said they were going to do free secondary school, I said it's a good idea, but what about the basic? If you look at the basic schools from the primary to GHS, nobody wants to go to government schools because they are not good. And somebody send their children to private school throughout, and then they get to secondary school, and then they want to go to government school because the secondary school is better. So why don't you build it from the bottom? So what it means is that if you do the free education, eventually it is the private, those who send their kids to private schools who are able to get good grades, who will benefit more. So let's develop the basics. Because when you can become a knowledgeable, it starts from the basics. If the foundation is not well laid, it's very difficult. So for some of us, we are urging the government to start the basics, make sure that the foundation is well laid, and then you can build upon it. When it comes to the university level, I've always called that some of the universities need to be autonomous. For instance, Legon is big enough, they are generating a lot of money, KNUST is generating a lot of money. They can cater for themselves, so let them be autonomous, let them generate the money they need, let them build the infrastructure that they need. Now, government said, oh, I'm going to provide everything, but the government is not able to provide. Lecturers go on strike now and then. Now, even the GET fund that was supposed to use for facilities at the moment is being used to secure loan. So they cannot use the GET money for any university or educational project. So our governments are mostly to blame for some of the challenges that we are facing. But that's where they provide the infrastructure. The university, look, if you look at some university, I was in one of the universities, and if you look at their budget for one academic year, you ask yourself, what are we doing? Budget. Recently, there's a link that was sent to me. They sent about the research grants. They asking some of the lecturers to apply for research grant, and they've allocated about $50 million for some research in the university alone. That's 50 million pound, euros. Okay. And that is not the whole university, for a department. So it tells you the budget for the university as a whole. So they'll be able to provide all the amenities that they need. You can't compare the same thing to Ghana when we are even struggling to feed. So these are some of the challenges that we have.
Oh goodness. Ghana. Oh. So guys, it's good to be patriotic. We all are patriotic. But if you think you can be in a particular place to have your peace of mind, why not? Right? Why not? So keep trying. If you want to relocate to study and to live somewhere, do it if you can. Do it. Sisi, oh my issue. Oh my issue. Oh, Gordon. Oh, I'm so excited. This has been
I'm excited
an awesome conversation. Okay, so lastly, what is one part of the country's culture, Italy, that excites you more?
You know, when it comes to the culture, they have diverse culture, but mostly they are particular about their food.
Yeah.
Italian things that their food are the best.
Have you tasted it though?
Oh, of course. I eat a lot of Italian food and I cook Italian food.
Oh, nice.
And to some extent, we have a point because they have the in terms of in Europe, they have the highest lifespan. They grow older. They grow older, and that's because of the good food. So they have the pasta. The chief food is pasta, pizza. Pizza and pasta are all from Italy. They're all Italian food. And then they have other kinds of food, but mostly pizza, and they have this tea that I don't like tea. I'm the coffee. They take the coffee.
So you don't like
but I'm a tea person. I'm a tea person. So they are particular about their food, and their food culture is that there are certain things you cannot do. For instance, when you have lunch, for instance, you cannot take cappuccino after lunch. You have to take coffee.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't eat.
I have coffee eat pizza all day, all time.
Yeah. You can't eat pizza with ketchup on it. No.
Yeah, you can't eat pizza with ketchup. Do people do that?
Yeah. People do, but Italy you can't do that. Yeah,
I know. In Canada, I don't think people do that here. No. No. Maybe probably pizza with ranch, yes, but no, not with ketchup. No.
And they have I love one thing I love most is the piazzas. Okay, the squares. You know, you have square.
I don't know.
I hope you know
No, I
square.
don't know.
Like we have Nkrumah Square, come Nkrumah
Oh,
Square.
okay. Okay, okay.
Okay, so we call it
Okay,
Piazza
okay.
Square. Now, every vicinity, there's a park, nicely done with trees,
Yeah,
with chairs, you can relax
yeah.
and all that. Almost
Every yeah,
everywhere.
every neighborhood has that.
And
Yeah. It's the same here.
every neighborhood. And they have the parks, the greenery, so you will love it. And Rome has particular thing that is outstanding. They have fountains,
Fountains. Yeah.
fountains around the city. The water is pouring 24/7, it's pouring. So you just go there, take your water bottle, fetch, and you go.
Okay.
So 24/7.
Okay.
Almost every vicinity, you get fontanelle.
Yeah. It's like that too
Mm.
in Canada. I mean, not everywhere, but
Yeah.
when you go to the malls and yeah, some part of downtown, yeah, you can find
Yeah.
fountains around, but it's not as pretty as
Yeah.
it looks like in Asia. I mean, I've seen
Mhm.
some on
Yeah.
movies and yeah.
Yeah. And when I go here, I was like, "Ah, why are they allowing the water to just pour?" And they said it's for
It's
drinking.
oh nice.
So if
Oh
you are
yeah, so
thirsty,
it's
just go and
pouring. It's
drink.
actually with yours, it's pouring.
It's
Oh
pouring.
right, no,
It's
it's
not,
not like that
it's not
here.
locked. It's
Yeah, yeah,
pouring.
yeah.
24 hours, it's
Oh,
pouring.
interesting.
You just go and then, yes.
Hmm.
So it's one thing that fascinates me as
Okay.
well.
So, in your opinion, what is their greatest strength and weakness? I mean, probably the strength would be their food. What do you think is their weakness as Italians?
For me,
Your
the
opinion.
weakness is uh, the human relations.
Oh,
Some are very nice, but because of the language, they tend to be, if you don't speak the language, you tend to be alienated.
okay.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So for me, if more people here, now, the other day I was speaking to this young
Hmm.
girl about 11 years, and she was speaking very good
Yeah.
English. And I was like, I spoke Italian. I asked Nisha, I didn't know she could speak English. So I'm now also learning the
Hey,
Italian. So I was
I'm
like,
jealous. I wish I could.
no, that's okay. And you know, they have action, whatever they do,
Yeah.
action. Like,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
pancake,
Yeah.
okay, cousin. So I asked her, and then she answered in Italian that, oh, she speaks English. I said, oh, really? How? So now they do English from the primary
Oh,
school, from
yeah.
elementary school, they started doing English
Mm.
compulsory. So some of them who take it serious, they're able to speak English now. So I think with time, um,
They'll be good at,
things will
yeah.
change.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Because most officers, if you go and you don't speak the Italian, you'll be miserable. Because they will tell you we don't speak
Yeah.
English
Mm.
because our language is Italian. You are in our country, you have to speak our language.
Okay,
Yes.
nice. I think that's it. That will be it for now, unless of course you have something you would want to say. I know there are so many UCOM students watching us. What would you like to say to them? Hi guys, if you're watching, just say hi.
Okay. The UCOM students who are watching and who will watch even
Later,
later.
yeah.
Yeah. What I want to say is Gina has been doing well,
Thank
and
you.
I know you all have things in mind that you want to
Yeah,
do. All you need to do is to persevere. Things are not that easy,
yeah.
but with perseverance, like I said from the beginning, when there's a will,
There's a
there's
way.
always a
I
way.
love that.
So persevere and achieve your aim. Do not let anything stop you. Because most people who want to do something, who use excuses that because of this, because of that, they end up being failures. But if you said, it doesn't matter the
Yeah,
situation, I will go through. Trust you me, you'll go through and things will work out for you. So guys, thanks for watching. And if you need any help, we can help in any way that we can.
yeah, definitely. Okay. Thank you so much. Oh, I don't want to go. I think it's
And
been more than an
thank you
hour.
for the
Oh my
invitation as
goodness.
well.
It's been more. I do this like,
Thank you for the invitation.
oh, I'm so excited, honestly. Like I'm very happy to have you here. Yeah, it's been more than an hour. I didn't even realize. Anyways, yeah, so the conversation has been so beautiful, guys, and I know that you can attest to that. And thank you all for joining me. So for now, I would like to let you go. And thank you so much once again for honoring this invitation and wanting to have this conversation. I believe that lots of people will keep doing what they really want to do. If you want to apply for school, guys, it's when you do 1 and 2 and you get fed up, you stay where you are. You have to keep applying, and definitely you get a school. And also, don't just concentrate on one country. Don't think you want to go to probably the US or the UK. That is where most people want to go, but there are so many other opportunities out there. So just go out there and look for a good opportunity. Okay, just don't put all your eggs in one basket. Yeah, so thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for good work that you are doing. And sorry, I forgot to say you're looking so beautiful.
Ooh, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'll let you go for now. Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
bye.
Okay. Bye bye.
Hmm. Okay, guys. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. It's been so amazing. Oh man, I love this conversation. It's been an hour and I didn't even realize. Anyway, so guys, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been nice. And I'm happy to see you all here. Thank you so much for supporting me. Do Please do share my video. Okay. I always say, this is a new page. It's a new page. I am now growing. If you do not share my page, nobody will get to see what we are doing. So please do share my page to your WhatsApp status to invite people to follow the page. Share to your Facebook walls. Invite your friends and your family to follow my page. Again, my name is Gina Amy, and thank you for joining me. It's been a very exciting interview, and I believe that you have all learned something from this interview. I love you all. Thank you. I think I'm going to come back tomorrow because I have a special person tomorrow too. Yeah, but now it's morning here. It's almost 11 a.m. in Vancouver, and I'm tired already. I'm not tired because I enjoyed the conversation, but yes, I am signing out now. So, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Please do share my page. If you haven't followed, please do follow my page. I need you to follow this page. I need you to follow. Okay. I love you all. Thank you. Bye.